Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving right into a super fun phonics journey, specifically focusing on the short A word family adventure. It's kind of like cracking a secret code. We're going to see exactly how words with the letter A right in the middle connect, and how learning these patterns makes reading, well, honestly, a lot easier and a whole lot more fun. Okay, so I've got a very important question before we get started. Are you ready to read with me? We're going to build these words step by step, which makes the whole process incredibly logical. By the time we wrap up, you're literally going to be amazed at how many words you can figure out all on your own. So, let's start with our core building block, the letter A. In our adventure today, this letter makes the short ah sound. You know, just like the sound you hear at the very beginning of the word apple. You're going to want to keep that ah sound locked in your brain because it is absolutely the star of the show today. Literally everything we build is going to rely on that one core sound. Let's take a word like cat and break it down into 3 distinct steps. Think of it like snapping building blocks together. Step 1 is our first sound, k. Step 2 is our star of the day, ah. And step 3 is our ending, t. When we push them all together nice and smooth, k, ah, t, we get cat. This blending technique, it's honestly the secret to reading almost anything. Now, this whole process introduces us to what we call a word family, because these next words all end in that exact same at sound. They belong to the at family. Let's sound them out together. If we swap the starting sound to ba for B-A-T, we get bat. Swap it for an H for H-A-T, and we have hat. And tossing an M up front gives us M-A-T, mat. It's really that easy to build brand new words just by changing one single letter at the front. Okay, moving right along, let's compare that at family ending directly with a brand new neighborhood, the an family. Notice how only the very last letter is different here. We're just trading our T for an N, so our short ah sound now slides right into an n sound. It's a tiny shift, but wow, it opens up a whole new vocabulary for us. Taking those exact same 3 blending steps from earlier, we can tackle the very first word in this new family, pan. Step 1 is p. Step 2 is our trusty ah. Step 3 is n. Let's blend them smoothly. P, ah, n. Pan. You know, like a frying pan you'd use to cook pancakes for breakfast. Notice how that core and sound stays exactly the same as we read through the rest of this group. When we add an F at the beginning, we get F-A-N, fan. Swap that out for an M, and we have M-A-N, man. Put a C at the front, and we get C-A-N, can. See? The pattern does all the heavy lifting for us, making reading these words an absolute breeze. You are doing incredibly well with this. Let's keep up this awesome momentum as we transition into our third group. It's time to visit the app family. This time around, our short ass sound is teaming up with the letter P. That P gives it a really nice, crisp ending sound to practice. Once again, we're going to use our 3 blending steps to deconstruct our first word, cap, and see the mechanics of reading right in action. We start with C, add our short a, and finish it off with P. String them together now, C, a, p, cap. Just like a baseball cap you might throw on during a sunny day. All right, let's complete the rest of the app family by reading down this fun list. Keep that ending sound locked in. Put an M at the front, and we have M-A-P, map. Change it to a T, and it becomes T-A-P, tap. Finally, drop an L at the very beginning, and we read L-A-P, lap. Boom! 3 more words mastered, just like that. Now, it really helps to compare 2 smaller families side by side so we can observe exactly how similar they are. We have the ad family ending, and right next to it, the ag family. Grouping them like this is a real game changer because it makes it so much easier for our brains to spot the patterns and actually remember them for later. Let's sound out the ad family first. We really want to emphasize that D at the end. D-A-D makes dad. S-A-D makes sad. And B-A-D makes bad. Notice how, just like our other lists, only the first letter is changing here. The base is always our star letter A, followed by the letter D. And right next door is the ag family, where we end with a hard G sound. B-A-G, B-A-G, bag, like a backpack you'd take to school. Then, if we switch the B for a T, that gives us T-A-G, T-A-G, tag, like a price tag on a brand new toy at the store. Okay, let's dive into our final grouping for today's explainer. We're visiting the am family. Plus, we have a fun little friend joining us at the end who belongs to one of our earlier families. It's always a good idea to mix in a little review just to keep our skills nice and sharp. So we'll finish our word discovery right here. For the am family, let's blend J-A-M. That's J-A-M for jam. Then we have H-A-M for ham. And for our fun little friend at the bottom of the list, it's a return to the at sound we started with today. R-A-T. R-A-T, rat. Now we have a really massive number to celebrate. 20! You just learned 20 new words today, all by understanding how the short A sound works right in the middle of these families. That is a huge accomplishment, and honestly, a massive leap forward in reading confidently. To wrap this whole shebang up, let's look at all 20 words you've mastered. Just look at this progress. Cat, bat, hat, mat. Pan, fan, man, can. Cap, map, tap, lap. Dad, sad, bad, bag, tag. And finally, jam, ham, and rat. Seeing them all together really proves just how powerful learning word families can be. You absolutely did it. Great job. I highly encourage you to pull these words up later and practice saying them again. Reviewing what we've built today is for sure the best way to make it stick. But before we sign off, I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. Are you ready to conquer the letter E next time? Keep practicing, and I'll see you on our next explainer.